This past week on Twitter, there was a smear campaign put out on Scru Face over some tweets that were 12, 13 years ago. Come to find out, a lot of these tweets were fake. And the ones that were not fake, I mean, Scru Face was like 19 years old when these tweets came out. Well, whatever the case, I had a chance to talk to him and some other brilliant YouTube creators about the future of smear campaigns. Check this out. But I've already had, what I'm about to mention, I've already had this happen to me. Fake tweets, that's just the beginning. Wait till these next 2-3 years. So I got an email maybe about 6-7 months ago from one of my subs, and they was like, yo, do you have a backup Christian channel? And I'm like, nah. So he sent me a link. Someone, I'm guessing that they took one of my lives and they duplicated my voice. And they literally had like maybe about 15 videos of my voice. You know, I'm assuming they did it from 11 Labs. You know, I grew up in the church. You know, I'm not about to get religious on here. I grew up in the church. I felt kind of bad, but it's like I was listening to some of these videos and it's like, I don't know, give you a real eerie feeling when you can hear like the AI, like it was obviously like AI, like it was my voice and like you can hear it clear, like under the layer. I know you in the audio, Curtis. I think you know what I'm talking about. It's like
it's the digital artifacts. Your digital artifacts that just don't sound authentic at all. That's crazy.
Right. And yeah, I had to send them a message. They haven't done any I did a lot of research on it. I hit YouTube up. And interestingly enough, people can actually do that legally if it's satire. You know what I mean? But I hit the folks up, and thankfully, we came to an agreement. They didn't use my voice anymore. They've been using some other white dude's voice or some shit like that. But for like, it was like a
You gentrified yourself, man. You gentrified yourself.
What kind of ops do you have, dog? You in a Black Mirror episode? What the fuck?
That's fine. We have a solution. That's crazy. Oh, brother.
I see it though, Moxy. I listened to you that one night you was live, and bruh, I was like, I did not know this man could ball like this. Just like your voice is very profound and very pronounced. Like you have a really good speaking voice, and like your content is very captivating. I was supposed to go to sleep, and I think he was up to like 3, and I was up to like 3, and
I was on there talking shit, huh?
Yeah, it was great. It was fantastic. I was like, this, I can't go to sleep. It was great, but no, your voice is. I could see that because your voice is like one of those voices. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy though. I'm sorry.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
I mean, I appreciate it. I could have went much further with things, but like I said, I grew up in the church. I ain't agree with everything that they had me saying. But a lot of it, I resided with, but still I had to hit them up. And my point of course, saying this is like, I'm going to say even less than a year from now, people will be able, like right now we're talking with no music underneath. People can take this and duplicate your voice. And right now it's at a point where you can tell. This time next year, you might not be able to tell. They're going to have you on there saying some crazy shit, man. Like,
yeah.
You be like, yo, it wasn't me. I just say it.
I thought it was crazy because it wasn't just that people were making or like obviously misconstruing what I was saying. It was that people were creating fake tweets and then putting steak ads on them. And I was like, so nobody sees what's going on. So nobody sees what's going on.
We're just gonna ignore that.
And they didn't even give you a cut. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, so y'all, nobody sees what's going on. So they so believe that this is so serious, they throwing steak ads on it. Really? Nobody sees it. And then the thing that was killing me too with the whole situation was I think people were like reading these tweets as the 33-year-old me now. Like I tweeted them now, I was like, some of these tweets I was 19 in. Like, so when I'm saying young, I am young. I'm referring, if I said some of that stuff now with the stuff, it would read completely different. But with somebody who is that young, what I'm saying, I couldn't even understand. I was like, if a young person says young, why would you assume that means underage? I was like, you're choosing to read that as underage. You're not choosing to read that as a 20-year-old, a 21-year-old speaking about their peers. And then you're also Euro-stepping, like I said, the other tweets around that were clearly saying the way I feel. Like, if you follow me for any amount of time, or if you know who I am, you know, if there's one thing I'm very against, it's that type of stuff. So that's the only thing that made me the maddest about that, was that the type of jacket that people were trying to put on me, and not even well. It wasn't like I was in a Discord with a 50. It wasn't like that.
Right.
Right.
I was doing half of the stuff that they're excusing some people they listen to. It wasn't that. You know, I wasn't on stage kissing nobody. It wasn't that. It was fake tweets and misinterpreted tweets. And I go, that is absolutely positively crazy. And what disappointed me more was how easily some people just believed it, or just like you said, like you got a lot of y'all waited to speak because you saw it and like, okay, either I know what's going on, or I know this person's not like that, or let me gather more information. And by the next day, I mean, the reason why I answered so quickly, responded so quickly, was because I didn't want it to linger, because I knew that this wasn't a thing about what was true. It was about what was loudest. What is, because, you know, there's the Discord where they plan these organized attacks has been exposed. Like, that's a thing that people know. Like, there is videos of them being like, say something to make this person look racist. Those are they're out there. Like, it's a thing. So it's like, what they're doing is just sending their people to the content, and people are very easily manipulated. A lot of people will see a bunch of comments or something and just go with that. So like, when I uploaded my 26-minute video response, in the first 5 minutes, it was nothing but the people who came from that Discord who were target attack. I was like, it's physically impossible that you watch this. It's physically impossible.
Yeah. Well,
there's a lot of things we spoke about on Curtis King's YouTube page. Here's some highlights of a few things that we talked about. Hey, do me one small favor. Like this video, and if you haven't yet, apply pressure to that subscribe button. Well, I think, you know, before I started the YouTube page, I visualized myself having 100,000 subs. I ain't got there yet, but you know, that's what I visualized. And with that, I kind of surmised the problems that will come with it. And man, it's like double, triple what I presumed. I'm going to say a big part of this is YouTube has not really figured out the whole copyright claim system yet. Like about a year ago, any of my subs on here, they know, I probably got struck by TD Jakes maybe 10, 11 times.
Wait, what?
Wait, hold on, you gotta rewind that.
Have you ever been copyright stricken?
Swallowed Up. He struck me for Swallowed Up. This is stuff, I don't know why he chose me, because there's other pages that was using this stuff that he didn't try to strike. And I mean, I cussed and complained about it with Team YouTube on Twitter. They didn't do anything. It was like, clearly they were the copyright claim system. They were clearly abusing it. Like one time, I didn't even know you could do this. They struck one of my videos because they said I used their copyright picture for the thumbnail, and they struck it for that. Now I beat every single strike. I'm like 11-0 on these whole strike claims. But what it did is
teach me. I be losing them all the time. I get an email from YouTube. I'm like, I lost that.
No, I challenge every single one. I haven't lost it yet. But see, this is what the thing it does though. Even if you beat it, it slows the momentum down. So it's like you'll pay, and it's like TD Jakes, he knew exactly what he was doing, and you know he has a huge YouTube page, so they didn't want to do any. It was literally his page striking me.
Through that digital holy water on you.
What year are we in? What is this universe we in, Screw? What is this? Because Screw cracking up over here. TD Jakes. I was not expecting that name. You could have gave me 20 choices. I would have not guessed that in the first 20.
Now people are claiming that it's a super fan of his and not him, but it's the Potter House at gmail.com. That's the account that was striking me. But even if it was a super fan,
Docs is
they
crazy.
had access to all his stuff.
Oh man, yeah. We can either know or confirm whether or not that's a real email. We're just gonna have to leave that there. I'll chop that out. But yeah, man, it's an interesting time where it's like you don't know who's on the receiving end of this information. I mean, you know, I won't go into details because me and his brothers have had many conversations. I'm getting ready to do a reaction video about some comments that Lupe Fiasco made about, you know, the whole. It was a related situation to the whole battle, and then this brother shows up in the live stream, and I said, "Oh, so we all have the same internet, huh?" That's a thing. So respectfully, I say that to say, like, we don't know, no matter what those views are doing, no matter what we think they should be doing, we don't know. Like, this reaches people, and you know, rich folks ain't got a different internet. They got the same internet as us. The algorithm's being served up in a very similar way, especially if they've consumed one video over one video. So it surprises me, but it doesn't surprise me to hear that happen.
Make sure you check out these other content creators' pages. We have some brilliant minds on the panel. Curtis King, Zoe, Derapy, Scru Face, Read My Soul, The Company Man. It's all happening. And me, Moxy Approved. So make sure you go check out the full video. I thought it was some wonderful conversations on there. And I will see you next time over here at Moxy Approved. Moxy out.